Alright, I think we can start it off. Wanted to wait a couple more minutes, but seems like we're ready to go. Yo, Asuka Valkyrie is back. Dang, we're already up to four viewers on YouTube at least, and then we got at least 2 on Twitch. And 2 likes on YouTube, and the stream hasn't even started yet. You guys are awesome, thank you. Hopefully everyone's been enjoying the Discord. I've seen a bunch of new memes and stuff. How am I doing today? I'm okay. I'm a little tired. I slept on the couch last night. Unfortunately, my snoring has not let up. But, you know, what can you do? Let me fix this. Should be showing Minecraft now. Minecraft. Oh, I remember what happened. Because I set it up for Rocket League the other night. Let me... Properties, Minecraft. I think that's working. There we go. Professional streamer. I love when Boo's back. Got an exam? Alright, good luck on your exam. You'll crush it. I believe in you. You got this. Have I checked Discord DMs? No, because I don't know how to do that. Direct messages. Message requests. Yeah, I did see your fan art. I left some reactions to it. Oh, sorry, this is very loud. Yeah, no, it looks great. It's funny to me because like I took the character from an anime, right? So like you're basically just copying the anime character, but like putting a twist on it. But yeah, no, it looks great. I love it. Nice little reactions I could end up using for Twitch someday or something. Once I figure that out. Messages. Hang on. I know I had a friend request. Was that you, Asuka Valkyrie? I ended up deleting it because I wasn't sure what it was, so that's my bad. This is a brand new Discord, and I've never really used it for that. Shadow. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how, like, friend requests and stuff worked with, Discord, or if you could just, like, message, or... But I'll figure all that stuff out after the stream. I kind of want to just get the stream going, so... Let's get crack-a-lackin', guys. Just letting the stream kind of catch up a little bit, make sure everything's all good. Looks like we're okay. And I don't know if my Twitch feed is still going.
To rank him up. He also sells...
Jesus. No, stop that. Stream manager. There we go. I don't know why it closed. Is this it? There we go. Sorry, I'm all screwed up from the Rocket League stream the other day. Okay. Do this, do this, do this, and do this. Okay, there we go. With my schedule not being full. I don't know, you wouldn't think you'd be that busy without a job, but I don't know, I've had a lot of stuff going on. Plus, you know, you gotta take care of your loved ones, so spending time with the wife. Remind me before the end of this stream today if you guys want. I'll try and figure out if I can show off my final world. I'll have to go back to a previous version because it looks like I'm still in 1.21.7. But I can restart and I'll hop in and I can show off that. But for now, let's head into the Minecraft hardcore file. And let's get going. We got 4 viewers, 2 likes. We got a couple viewers on Twitch. At least 2. I know it's probably more than that, so sorry if I can't see it, but... okay. We're back. It is day 129. So about to be 130, so I guess my Twitch, label is a little off, but that's okay. So for today, first things first... Where is... I only have 1 piece of steak, really? Yeah, I thought so. First things first, these guys are probably starving. There we go. Alright, let's hop in. And... there we go. Day 130. Got our chicken brethren here. So last stream, we actually got a lot of stuff. We're pretty good for armor now. We still need an axe, which I would actually like to make right now before I forget. And I also want to make a shovel. Let's see here. Sticks. Just because, like, we're constantly getting wood to sell sticks and stuff, so... Plus, this will help with just building in general. Alright, not great. What about you? This is going to be the same enchantment, isn't it? Alright, I'd rather put that on a shovel. There we go. Bam! That's way better. Perfect. We can put away that diamond axe, I guess. And let's cook up a bunch of food. That's something that we are desperately missing. There we go. There we go. Grab all this stuff. Just got here. What's the plan? We don't really have a plan yet, but we're already up to 3 likes, which is insane because we just started, and you know the average is 4, so that's pretty good. Oh my god, I see my squid. So yeah, we don't have a set plan for today. I was sort of thinking about doing the achievements though, just because we're pretty established now, so I don't see why we couldn't. Actually, I'll keep that on me. We'll keep this bundle as like the wallet. Let's see here. 2 water buckets, got a bunch of stuff. Okay. Let's go check out the village first. Let's kind of get our bearings. It's been a couple days since I've been here, so... Hey guys, thanks for the support. Like, between Discord and Twitch and YouTube and stuff right now, like, I'm not streaming on Discord, although I probably could, but it's all the same people. So, kind of pointless. Where do you think you're going? You need to stay in the village, my friend. We're already up to like 9 people watching, which is pretty crazy. That's like a good stream for me, and we're 14 minutes in. So, shoutouts to you guys. I do think we need to make another farmer. I was actually thinking about that this weekend. We can also make the melon farm, which is something we definitely need to do. Dang, we're up to 4 likes. You guys are crazy. Absolutely crazy. We need to work on the camel area. We need to make a panda area, and I do kind of want to go get another panda, but I don't remember where that panda came from. So we'd have to head towards the desert village, which we can do because we do have our desert compass. We have the fortress, we have home, and we have the lush cave / end portal. And I was also thinking we could also go to the lush cave and look for axolotls, because we didn't actually explore it. We just went straight to the portal. So, getting axolotls for the ponds would be pretty big. For taking on ocean monuments, I know that axolotls will attack any hostile sea creatures. And I sort of wanted to try getting an army of axolotls together. I tried to do it in my single player file, and like I do sort of have one, but when I released it, all the drowns sort of killed them all. So I'm wondering if I can get into the monument and then spawn a bunch in the monument and then release them throughout the monument, that there'll be so many of them that we can just kill off all the giant guardians. But yeah, so village looks pretty good. I do want to, let's see here. See, the problem is the trees are like kind of where I want them now. So like when I go to cut them down, I'm like, oh man, like I don't really want to move that tree. So let's go a little bit further back. Hey, all of our cocoa beans. Nice. Today's goal is to hit 100 views. 100 total views, I think we can do. I think that's like more than doable. 100 concurrent viewers, so like 100 people watching all at once. That I'm not sure about. The stream, oh, it's actually so much better. The last stream, you know, was the dragon fight. So that went well. And then, so we had the dragon fight, and then we also did a bunch of exploring and stuff. So I don't think the dragon fight was last stream. Maybe this was the stream before that. I can't remember. My memory is just gone. But long story short, we have stuff to do today. You know, I thought about starting to do the achievements, which is another option. I've always wanted to get that one where, what am I doing? I always wanted to get that one where you trade with a villager at build limit, so we can start making a tower, if we want. But we'll see. Yourself. Get out of here. Actually, my pumpkins. Thank you. Because if we get another villager like that, I want you to sell better things or buy better things. Or just run away from me entirely. That works too. Nope. Not great. Time for a water column to the sky. Yeah, that's definitely one way to go about it. You know what? You can buy carrots. That's fine. We have a carrot farm. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then hopefully he buys pumpkin now. I don't think it's guaranteed, but... here. You guys probably just took them all, didn't you? Sorry if you hear the cat in the background. He's being all attention-seeking today. There we go. There we go. The villager will not drown, actually, in the bubble column because there's air. Looks like everyone's going to go trade. I sort of wanted to fix this, too. Because everyone keeps meeting back here instead of actually in the hall. So here, let me go dig out this. This is going to be kind of more of a pain than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. There we go. Bell? There you go. There, that'll hopefully make them meet on the inside rather than sitting around the outside. Okay, so we have lots of emeralds pretty early, which is good. Yeah, let's throw that in here. And I can even throw... No, I guess not. That's fine. Okay. Sorry about all the ums. There's just so many possibilities today. Let's work... Oh, there's Gilmore off in the distance. We got Clip Clop hanging out. Let's see. I guess we could work on the village a little bit too. I did not really think I had this much going on, but I guess I do. It's all a bunch of little things, I guess. How do I get top fan? Oh, 5 likes, thank you. I actually have no idea how that works, so you're definitely in the top 3, I would guess, right? Here, let's feed the livestock a little bit, get some cows, because we just killed a bunch of them. Here we go. Talk heaps. Yeah. I don't know. You talk the most here. I mean, that's arguably true, although there's a couple people that are definitely starting to surpass you a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Okay. We already made it through a full day, jeez. Yeah, Bacon King, I think it's between you and Darko right now. There's one other person I think might have the top spot, but I'm not entirely sure. Because you ain't cool. Hey now, no fighting, guys. Come on. Okay. I think what we should do, because we also have a bunch of terracotta, right? Is maybe we should start throwing up the buildings in this area. And the cool thing about doing it here is we can also grab a bunch of sand, which we'll need for the camels. So I think doing this might be the way to go. And we have a good shovel now too, which is great. So here, let's collect a bunch of sand. We'll just take down this little mini island here. And then we'll start working on some of the houses. Or buildings, I guess. That'll sit on the beachfront. And then this village is basically built. I did want to do the turtle farm as well. So that's kind of like the thing I wanted to do last in this village. But the problem too is like we don't have another turtle. So we'd have to go find one. And then hopefully they don't take off with the eggs. There we go. Get some sandstone. We can finish up this, or well, not finish, but fix the path. There we go. Hope you guys are having a good day, or morning, or whatever time zone it is for you. Oh, there's the sun. I checked my weather app this morning and I was just like, hey, like, what's the weather going to be like today? It's like, oh, it's going to be sunny today. And then I looked outside and it looked like it was about to pour rain. But it's starting to turn itself around. We've had a bunch of fog the past few mornings. I think it's just because it's starting to get cold out. So, like, all the hot air from during the day is mixing with the cold and it's making fog. There we go. Okay. So let's grab, probably need oak for this, right? Just a heads up too, guys. You know, thanks to you guys being so supportive. Actually, do I have Fletchers in here? I have a few Fletchers. Nice. Wait, what? Why are you here? All right. Thanks to you guys being so supportive. The channel's starting to grow a little bit. My watch time is absolutely insane. So I'm not going to be able to keep up with chat and play the game. It's just going to be kind of tricky for me to go back and forth. I'll do my best. And, you know, if I see something funny or if you guys want my attention, like, I'll do it. But it's kind of interrupting the gameplay itself. So, not that you guys are an interruption or anything bad like that, but just to keep the stream going and entertaining rather than just talk to everybody in chat the entire time. I am going to have to periodically step away and, like, you know, play the game. So just making you guys aware, I'm not ignoring you. You know, I still appreciate everything and I still will respond to stuff in chat as much as I can. But I do want to talk more about, like, the game I'm playing and what I'm doing than, you know, just responding to you guys the entire time. So, you know, if you want to chat, I've been semi-active in the Discord the past few days. I may not have been, like, actively talking to everybody, but, like, I was there. Just reading memes and stuff like that. So check out the Discord if you want to hang out. You know, post your memes. But let's see if we can throw up another building. I did want to make another one of these up here. I wanted to make it like a duplex. So maybe let's start here and then we'll work towards the sand. I think that's kind of the way to go right now. We'll clear out this little area. We'll make this into a duplex. And then we can kind of go from there. I think what we're going to end up having to do is this. Right? And then that's actually not correct. There we go. That means this is not correct. There. That's better. Okay. So, let's... So the thing is, if I make it like the exact same, then I have to do this, and I don't know how I feel about that. Because I want them to share a wall. But at the same time... I guess I kind of have to do it like that. I don't know. I can always change it later, I guess, if I don't like it. And this actually doesn't need to be a window anymore. So we can do something like this. I don't have any cobble on me, but that's fine. We need to do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Okay. So let's see here. Just throw this up now, I guess, just for now. And so we're gonna need a bunch of cobblestone, and we have a bunch of oak wood already. So let's run back to the house. I think after this, we'll do the beachfront houses, and then depending on where we're at for time, we can start working towards getting baby camels, which is something I've actually never seen before, so it'll be nice to do something new. And oh, I do want to get the melon farm going. Maybe we should do that first, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Decisions. The only reason I've been kind of avoiding it is because I feel like I have to move all of this over by one block. Which, like, it's not the end of the world, it's just kind of annoying. Silder Shaders is pretty good. I know that one's, like, pretty popular with a lot of people, if that helps you. One, two, three. Okay. All right, so let's move all this over. Right, because we need... This is where melon will be. This is where the plant will be. This is where water will be. This is where the thing will be. So actually, we kind of need to move it over too. Why don't you use any shaders or resource packs? So let me tell you why. Long story short, I try to use Optifine while I stream, and it crashes every time because my graphics card can't keep up. That is the legit reason why I don't. Eventually, if I ever end up with a desktop or like something a little more powerful, then sure. But until then, this is kind of what we have to do. The data packs seem to work okay, which is why I have the coordinates and stuff now. And like the day counter. But yeah, no, that's literally just the reason why. My computer just cannot handle it. So it's unfortunate, but maybe in the future if I get a better computer, then we'll see. Yeah, like it's less about me knowing, like I know what I need, I just don't have it, essentially. Here, let me throw some of this stuff in here. And I don't think I even have a hoe on me. No. Okay. Yeah. We did okay, so like I actually turned down how many ads you guys were getting, right? I kind of mentioned it in the last stream. And last stream with the close to 100 people, we actually had the most revenue I've made off a stream ever. So that was cool. It was still like barely anything and doesn't really count, but we're getting there though. Like we're slowly starting to creep into actual streamer territory. We're gonna need some cobble. Yeah, it didn't show up in my analytics, which was weird, but we had like 96 people at one point was the highest, so it said I only had 92. And then plus Twitch, so we were at about 100 people total. So if we can start making that the normal, then that would be really cool. Right, we have slime now, too. So let me make a hoe. Ooh. And, oh, I need my melon seeds. There they are. Let's throw them in here. And what else don't I need? I don't need this. I only need one bucket of water, honestly. I don't really need my bow right now. Don't need that. Don't need that. We'll keep the ender chest for now. Yeah, you took a screenshot? Yeah, just I know like what it shows me on my screen and what it shows you guys on your screen, because I'm on like the back end of things is like different. So on my screen it said it was 96. But then when I went back to it, it didn't. So Okay, so the melons go or pumpkins go here. And so I don't want to do this. Pumpkin's gonna land here. So maybe do this. I don't know. Relax, guys. It's not that serious. Okay, let's bust out our seeds. We'll get these going. Oops. There we go. You know, I can actually move this over a little bit too. Really? Am I missing something here? Weird. It just kind of broke. All right, well, I'll leave it for now. I'm probably going to have to move it over one block, but that's fine. I mean, I guess it lets me walk between them. Yeah, whatever, I'll leave it. Okay. Let's head back to the village, and we can start filling in the walls for the duplex. And we can even stop by and sell... Yeah, like, I'm not saying it to, like, hype up the stream. Like, it genuinely said that. I don't know why it's different for you guys. Like, even on Twitch, like, it says I only have 2 viewers on Twitch, but I know for a fact the other day I had at least 4 or 5 because you guys were all in chat. So, I don't know why it's doing that, and it's not giving me accurate numbers, but... what can you do? Alright, throw in the floor. And that looks pretty good. Here, do I have a crafting table on me? Apparently not. This guy's like itching to move in already. There we go. Get some stairs. Couple of cards. There we go. And then we're definitely going to need this popped out so that we can put the windows in. And I can't remember, is there a back window to these? Yeah, I guess there is. Either way, guys, regardless of what the number is, today we're going to beat that number, so it doesn't even matter, right? Today's going to be the biggest stream yet, so it doesn't even matter what the number was last time. It's old news, fake news. All right. So now, I wish I had here. Let's try and get a couple saplings Oops, wrong pickaxe for that. There we go. No, we're gonna hit 1,000 today. Today's the day that everyone will tune into the stream and I'll just be famous and you guys will be the early adopters. To be honest, how it'll probably end up working too is like if I do keep getting bigger and bigger, it's like a lot of you guys that are like early adopters will likely end up becoming like admins and stuff. You know, once I have more of a judge of character and know I can trust some of you. But depends if we ever get to that point, right? I don't want to start spouting off like I'm some famous streamer and, you know, do that. Yeah, it's not why I'm doing this. I'm just doing it for fun. Yeah, Bacon Kink can be the announcement guy. Bacon Kink will make sure that all the announcements are heard. Unknown Instinct, hey, how's it going? The plan right now is we're just building a couple buildings. Right now I'm just making this little duplex here. You know, maybe put up some fences. That's probably a good idea too. But yeah, right now we're building a couple buildings, just trying to finish up the village a little bit. And then we're probably going to start working towards either achievements, or we might go look for another panda, or we might make the desert area for the camels, or we could start doing turtle things. So we have a lot of options. I don't want to go to the end quite yet. I've kind of talked about it on stream before, but basically, like, once you get the elytra, the game gets, like, infinitely easier. So that's not really great for a streamer trying to like maintain an audience, because then you just kind of run out of things to do. Whereas without the elytra, you get I don't want to say like more self-imposed challenges, but like, you know, instead of just flying everywhere, maybe you make a railroad system. You know, like, you want to keep things interesting is how I want to put that. So for now, we're just kind of, you know, vibing. We're fixing up the house a little bit. We're adding this new layer. And then, you know, eventually we will go get the elytra. I'm not saying we never will, but for now, this is kind of what I want to stick to. Because, like, I know, like, for example, Philza, like, he gets the elytra super early. And, like, I'm pretty good with the elytra, too. Like, I'm not avoiding it because I can't use it, you know? But, it just, I don't know. After playing Minecraft for so many years and getting the elytra so many times, you start to realize that it's not great for a stream to run out of things to do. Sorry, my throat's a little dry today. Trying to cut back on the Diet Pepsi, so I'm drinking lemonade, but unfortunately it's tart, so it like dries out your throat. On the get healthier grind. Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna delete the therapy channel in the Discord. I feel like that's a little insensitive. Like, especially for someone who's been to therapy, I'm not trying to like make fun of it or anything. Like, it is a helpful tool. I ended up quitting therapy because it just wasn't quite what I needed, but I did do therapy for like a year. So, not trying to offend anybody, you know, mental health is important. I just thought it was funny that everyone was, or I think it was Bacon Kink that I started that for, but regardless. Which is meant to be a harmful joke, or harmless joke. Harmful joke. Yeah, it was meant to be a harmful joke. I'm just an a-hole. It was for dark. Regardless of who it was for, I'm going to delete it, so don't worry about it. Alright. So I think it goes that way, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm stuck underneath this cherry blossom here. Gonna have to prune the hedges a little bit. Geez, you guys are going nuts in chat today, and we're already up to 5 likes today. Okay, so this should basically finish the roof. Here, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I don't mind it. Here, let me get my shovel out. Nice chill Minecraft rain day. And do that. And that. And we're 1 short. That sucks. Do I have any more oak? Okay, good. There. That looks pretty good. And so we just need a little bit of oak to finish this, and then a little bit of glass, which we honestly probably have over at the cartographer place. Let's go take a look. Try not to fall in a hole. I don't know where this pig came from, but apparently this village has pigs, but I don't. Even though I built the village, figure that out. I like the cartographer's little house here, too. Oh, we could also finish the map. That's another thing I kind of wanted to do, too. We could go around filling in the map and exploring and doing that. Maybe we'll do that. Finish up the giant map room. Because, like, the cool thing, too, is, like, we could go update all the maps as well. Just, like, start fresh and just, like, make a bunch of new ones to show all the new buildings. So maybe we'll do that. We'll do the rest of the buildings and get the path kind of sorted out. And then we can update all the maps and see how the village looks. And then, depending on how things go, or like where we're at for time, we can go explore for a panda, or potentially do the camels. So let's see. Throw this up. There we go. Couple of stained glass windows. Not stained glass, but glass panes. And throw the torch up. There we go. There. I think it looks okay. Nice little duplex. Part of me wants to connect the stairs here and see how that looks. I don't want to lose those. There. Let's get a couple of stairs here. No, I kind of like the other way better. There we go. And just pick this up so I don't forget. And let's grab some beds. Let's see. We'll grab... I think I only need like 2. We do have the mangrove logs here too. I forgot about that. But yeah, we can throw some beds in here, and now the village can actually expand. And how did this one look? I know it has 2. Oh. We did it differently in the floor here. That's okay. Actually, do I have logs on me? Can I just do that? Try and make it a little bit more legit. There we go. Throw one of these in, and I have enough wood on me to make a chest, so... Throw a little chest in there, give them some storage. There. Nice little duplex. Could even make a door for them to go in between, but I don't know if I would like that in my house. Not letting freaksters get XP. Alright. Building number 1 of potentially 4, but more likely 3. So, let's get rid of this torch. Actually, I don't like that torch. Bad time to read chat. Yeah, kinda. Okay, let's do another building. I'm thinking like here. What I sort of want to do is I want to put a building here. And then after that, I might do like a little fenced in area behind it. And then I'll move the turtles over here. I think this like little spot here is really, really good for the turtles. So we'll do like a fence where like the back of it is exposed or has a fence gate or something. And then we can put the turtles on this little island here. Because we can dig out all of that sandstone and fill it in with regular sand. So that they have like a little beach to work with. And then it'll be good for the turtles. So the other thing too, so this cartographer house, I hate the stairs on it first of all, but it's on stilts, right? Which makes sense because it's near the water. So you kind of wanted it like on stilts so that if like waves were to come in, just I'm thinking like rationally, right? So what we should do is try and sort of mimic this, but maybe change up the style a little bit. Maybe do like a 2-story house finally, because like all our houses in this village so far are basically 1 story with the exception of the target. D green cactus, my earbuds are faulty. Can you text me back? What? I don't understand exactly, but D green cactus, thanks for checking out the stream. Did I fix up the bridges? No, I haven't done the bridges yet either. So there's still lots of stuff to do. This chicken looks like it's going on an adventure. I don't know what it's trying to do, but you good, dude? You left your child here and everything. Like, what are you doing? Here, I'll help. Yeet! Here, let's, we'll help out the chicken. Totally didn't just throw its child like a football, but let's get the bridges built today. It's the chicken from Moana. Actually, we watched we didn't watch Moana, but we've been going through all the Shrek movies, and my wife mentioned that Moana 2 only has like 1 or 2 good songs. And so I actually did watch a Moana link yesterday. Yeah, we could do the bridges today. Let me work on getting some of these buildings up, or at least like the foundations of them up, and then we can kind of go from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think is where we're at with that. 1, 2. Regardless, it needs to be 3 stilts, so let's see here. So if we want the turtles to be here, did you know The Rock voiced Maui? I did. It's crazy to me how famous The Rock is now, too. Like, when I was a kid, like, don't get me wrong, like, he was famous, but, like he was famous as The Rock, you know? The fact that he's just, like, the highest paid actor in Hollywood now is, like, pretty insane, or at least he was at one point. D Green Cactus, can you message me back? I don't know what you mean by that, man. Sorry. 5, 7, whatever. We almost got the whole Lifesteal members. So let's see here. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe do that. Okay. We definitely need more oak. Let's head over here and grab some oak. Hopefully some of our trees are popping up. Yeah, we got a couple. Here, is that Silk Touch? I always put my Silk Touch on the right, so it's throwing me off that it keeps ending up on the left. Here, we gotta team trees this. Here. There we go. Yeah, I hope school's going okay for you guys. I know it's been like the first couple weeks. I do not miss school. I was in it far too long. But finding work is also not fun either. But thanks for the support, guys. Like, we're over 10 views already, and it's like not even, well, we're about to be an hour in, but still. Our paths will meet each other again. Yeah, law school is really interesting. I actually never really cared about law growing up. And then, I don't know why, but as an adult, I started watching a lot of, like, Law & Order clips on, like, YouTube and stuff. I don't have TikTok, even though I probably should get one for the channel. But, yeah, no, I never really cared about law, to be honest. And it wasn't until, like, the orange guy made it into office that, I really started paying attention more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, this is going to be a bit bigger of a house. That's okay. I just don't want it to be like exactly the same as the cartographers, you know? But we can do this. Thank God we have feather falling now. And we can grab some spruce. Do the floor the same at the very least. And then, yeah, that'll be okay. Throw some plants here or something. Maybe make like a little trail down to the water. I don't know. Here. We have a lot more grass over here, so this will make it a little bit easier to grab wood when we need it. Okay, my inventory is stacked. Like, that's the only thing that makes me want to go to the end right now is just to get shulker boxes. Because, like, shulker boxes are super helpful. But I figure if I'm going to go for shulkers, I might as well get the elytra, right? So here, we'll go to the house. We'll drop off some of the extra stuff. You know, we'll throw some chicken eggs like they're footballs. Keep our sugar cane stacked up. We don't need another door. Well, actually we kind of do, but whatever. They burnt down some of the buildings or whatever. Huh, in Nepal? That's crazy. Wonder what's going on over there. Let's see here. Let's drop off the deep slate. I don't think I actually have any spruce kicking around. I'll check this, but yeah, a little bit. Let's go take down one of the spruce trees and then we'll head back. Maybe by then we'll have what we need. Some of the oak trees will grow in and we can kind of go from there. Gen Z protesting or something. Hopefully this is safe. I know it's becoming nighttime, so chill forest destroying stream. There we go. And connection 008. Thanks for checking out the stream. First time chatter. Y'all were or are any good artists? I don't know. I like drawing. It's Hans Lee. Get netherite, bro. I guess we could. I don't have the smithing template for it right now. So like I can get the ancient debris, but there's kind of no point. I'd have to go find a bastion. Which like I guess I could. But not quite there yet. I do technically have the enchantments that I could get away with it, but we're just vibing right now. We're just doing a chill build stream. But yeah, I see a couple new people in the chat, so thanks for checking out the stream, guys. I appreciate it. We're just hanging out. Chat's going nuts about politics or something. Where are you from? I am from Canada. I am Canadian. What about you? Man, I don't want you to dox yourself, but you can be vague. German. Oh, that's cool. I actually, he's technically my, like, step-grandfather, but my oppa's from Germany. When I was super young, he used to, force me to speak to him in German. And then, basically, like, when I was little, he would, like, make me repeat, like, not in a mean way, but he'd make me, like, repeat myself in German to him. And then I could speak English just to, like, as a way to, like, teach me to speak it. But what ended up happening was my grandparents' house burnt down when I was three or four. I don't know. I was pretty aware when I was a little kid. I don't know if you guys relate that, but I don't know. Some people say it's like a trauma response or something, but I was very aware of what was happening in my surroundings as a kid. And long story short, my grandparents, they fell asleep with a cigarette. And yeah, their house burnt down. So there's a big empty lot where it used to be. They never actually like rebuilt anything. I can speak a little bit back in the day. Like, I know nothing now. Like, absolutely nothing. But yeah, at some point I knew a little bit. My Opa is still out in BC somewhere, but when my grandmother passed away, we didn't lose contact entirely with him, but he has dementia and schizophrenia, so we don't really have like internet contact with him. But he's out there. He's still around as far as I'm aware. So my grandparents were kind of, I don't want to call them hippies because they weren't like hippies in the traditional sense, but like basically they're hippies on my dad's side. At least my grandmother. My grandmother and my Opa, who's like not my dad's dad. My dad's dad, I actually saw him recently for the first time in a long time at our wedding. And it was super weird because I haven't seen him in like a decade. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a pretty interesting life. I've been told a few times now that I really need to write some of the stuff down. But I've had a lot of crazy experiences for such a short amount of time. Yeah, your dad's dad is your grandpa, I know, but like we aren't close, so like I feel weird calling him grandpa, you know? Like, I know he is my grandfather, but like we don't have that kind of relationship, like we're not close. I don't know, family politics, you know? Like, I actually have a huge family because my mother was adopted, but we still know her biological family. So I have, like, my bio grandparents on my mom's side, my adopted grandparents on my mom's side, who I consider, like, my actual grandparents. Like, they're the ones I'm closest with. We actually lived with them for a little while, too. So, like, full experience there of them just being family. And then on my dad's side, both his parents got remarried and had kids. So my dad's mom married my Opa, who is the German one. So like I'm not German, but like he is, and he accepts me fully as his grandchild. Like it's not like oh, you're my step grandchild kind of thing. Like no, like I'm his grandson. And then my grandma, she passed away a few years back. And then my dad's like biological dad and his wife, they live actually near where my mother lives. And I'm not super close with my dad's biological dad, but like nothing against him or anything. Like he didn't do anything to me. You know, family drama. I won't go too far into it, but let's just say my family's got its issues, as do a lot of families. So, was my dad's dad German? No. Funnily enough, so my dad's family is, at least according to 23andMe and what I've heard from like grandparents over the years, they're Scottish Romanian. And according to 23andMe, apparently I had a bunch of like Ashkenazi Jew in there somewhere. Hansley, come on, that's not cool. Um, you know, most Germans actually opposed Hitler, by the way. FYI. A lot of them didn't have a choice, but... But yeah, no, my family's huge. Like, between, like, my grandparents on my dad's side both getting remarried and having kids, and then my mom's family being, like, with the adopted family and, like, actual family and stuff. Like, my mom has, like, 17 siblings. Oddly enough, none of them are full siblings, but she has, like, between, like, half siblings and, like, adopted siblings and stuff like that. Like, I have, like, 17 aunts and uncles. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, like, to be honest, like, I barely remember half their names sometimes. Like, I'll see them and I'll be like, you're this person, right? Yeah. Huge family and nobody talks to each other. It's a really weird dynamic. Like, my family is not super close, but it's super huge, so it's sort of a weird dynamic. Let's see here. So that one is made out of oak. Maybe we make this one out of birch, just to, like, switch up the colors or something. We could make it out of cherry. We do have a lot of cherry blossom around. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Here. Let's put building supplies in here for a sec. And let's run over and grab some cherry trees. I don't want to grab them from here, but we can definitely go grab them off the mountain over here by our trial chamber. I believe... birch would blend nicely with the sand. Birch and cherry would look great together. Yeah, let's do cherry and birch. Just give me one sec here. Something's going on. Let's see here. Sorry, something weird's going on. How did I get my name? So I like this anime called Soul Eater, and one of the characters in Soul Eater is kind of like a weird representation of Stein plays, or not Stein plays. Jesus, sorry, I'm reading and trying to do stuff at the same time. Here, you can do that. There we go. But yeah, basically there's a character named like Dr. Frankenstein. They do a bunch of like weird, like sort of like parodies and stuff in that show, and like weird callbacks. Like they have like one of the villains is Jack the Ripper, even though it's like not actually Jack the Ripper. But basically, I really like the character, and like I related a lot to a lot of what happens to that character. And so I just liked it and kind of combined that as part of my persona. But okay, let's see here. Uh yeah, no, actually don't spoil Silk Song, by the way. uh I do intend to play that game. I don't know if I'm going to do it on stream, but oh, Connection 008, thanks for the follow. But sorry, I am super confused as to what's happening here. This is being strange. One sec. My whole chat just like froze, so sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Just trying to keep up with chat. Hopefully this fixes itself. And everything is just a-okay. Because if not, then we're going to have to fix something. Let's see. There we go. There, spam chat, guys. There we go. Woo! Not sure what happened there. My whole chat just kind of exploded for a sec. But we're back. We're back. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's grab some cherry. We'll grab some birch. We'll kind of see what happens. I think birch will look great with the sand. And, oh, a cat in the box. That's cute. And 6 likes. Thank you, guys. Got new follows on Twitch. Like, you guys are killing it today. Thank you so much. Connection 008 showing the support. A cat with a dab. God, I didn't even think people still did dabbing. I do it, like, ironically. Like, I make fun of it, but... Okay. 6 likes. Thank you, guys. Alright, let's head back. We do have our birch here, but unfortunately, because that's all we have, I kind of need to sit here and make sure I get at least a sapling to replenish it. But that's okay. But we'll do this. We'll grab some birch, see how it looks. I'm thinking maybe birch for the walls and then like cherry for the floor. I'll just like take out all that spruce I put in. But we'll do the birch first. Just because I think it'll match the sand nicely. Oh, we got 4. Okay, cool. So we'll do one here, here. Maybe not there. Don't want it to get in the way of the floating tree. Just making sure. There we go. School's calling. All right, Darko. Well, thanks for checking out the stream. Everyone say goodbye to Darko. Hopefully school's good, and I think you said you had an exam today, so hopefully that all goes okay. I know exams can be stressful. Alright, let's do some birch. What time is it in Canada? Right now, it is 9:12 a.m. So, I don't know what it's like in Germany, but pretty early here. My wife, actually, she works a lot with German companies through her work. So she's constantly having to deal with your guys' time zone. I get to hear about it all the time, about how she's trying to email somebody if they're already asleep, or, you know, gets an email from somebody super late because they're up and it's normal time for you guys. But Germany would be really cool to visit. There's a lot of history there. I'm a big fan of the phrase of, yeah, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Actually, I saw recently that, your guys' military just got a huge upgrade. So, good for you guys. Yeah, just don't go to Frankfurt or Berlin. Why? What's wrong with those places? Like, full disclosure, I've always wanted to visit Europe. I've just never really gotten around to it just from funds. Not safe? Fair. Yeah, everyone seems to think Canada is, like, super safe and everyone smokes weed and it's all good here, but Canada can be pretty sketchy sometimes. I don't think people fully understand what Canada is all about. They think we're just like hockey players and we're all super nice and whatever, but Canada can get pretty scary sometimes. Especially in like the Toronto area. Like I hate driving near Toronto. It sucks. Toronto is like one of the only places where I'll lock my doors when I'm driving, like on purpose. Like I know your car automatically locks them when you get in, but like if they weren't already locked, I'd make sure. Toronto can be very, very sketchy. Good looking women. Yeah, my wife, with her company, like they're a German owned company, but they operate in North America and Germany. And the CEO, he comes to Canada every like month or so just to kind of check in on things, and he's a very, very friendly guy. Very, very kind man. You might know, that's why I don't want to say it out loud. Germany's not as big as Canada, so I'm not going to say it out loud, but can't be doxing my wife. That's not cool. But yeah, no. I actually really would love to visit like Europe and that whole area. Like obviously right now with everything going on with Ukraine, it's a little sketchier going over there. You don't want to get over there and then all of a sudden planes get canceled for whatever reason. But I would love to visit there. I'm sure my wife would too. A lot of her family is from over there, so it'd be really cool to like visit that. Name 5 countries I would go to. Okay. France, to see the Eiffel Tower for sure. That's kind of a given. Just strictly for the Eiffel Tower. I'd love to go to France. I would love to travel across Canada. I've only really been to Ontario and like just on the border of like Ontario and Quebec. I haven't been to like any of the other provinces. So I'd love to do that. So I'll say Canada is kind of a cheap one to get away with. Where else would I like to visit? The Netherlands would be kind of cool. Just like that whole area. Let's see. I've heard good things about Denmark from a friend of mine, but I don't know if I personally would want to go there. I've heard a lot of good things, but Japan would be cool. I have a half sister who lives in Japan, so it'd be nice to like visit her and see that whole thing. And like, let's be real, I'm a bit of an anime weeb, so as much as I don't want to admit that and be like, I'm going there because of the anime and the memes and whatever, like I'd absolutely go there for the anime and the memes and the stuff like that. So I'll say Japan. Australia would be cool. Yeah, like I'm a skateboarder, right? So like surfing or like anything related to that would be neat. So Australia would definitely be a good place. And honestly, Germany. Germany would be really cool too. I don't actually know a lot about New Zealand. Like I have no complaints. Like everything I've seen about New Zealand is cool. I just don't know a lot about it, so I don't want to put it on my list. Like no hate or anything. I genuinely don't know anything about New Zealand. The only things I know about New Zealand are like wildlife facts. You guys have those like weird parrots that don't fly. Trying to think of like other cool countries I'd want to visit. Spain would be an interesting one. Not on a lot of people's lists, but I think Spain would be kind of a cool place to visit too. Because like a lot of what we know in the modern world came from Spain, if you can believe it. So, parrots. Did you say parrots? Yeah, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like those weird parrots that like they don't fly. I'm trying to remember what they're called. Here, you know what? Let's do a cherry door. I want to see what that looks like. Kiwis are not parrots. Cockapos, that's it. Yeah, no, not kiwis. I know what kiwis are. Cockapos. Yeah, they're weird. I like weird animals. Like my favorite animal is a duck-billed platypus. Yeah, look up a kakapo. They're like parrots that like hang out on like the ground and they have like big claws. They like climb trees and stuff, but they don't like fly. They're kind of neat. Do I know the island Malta? I know of it. I don't know anything about it though. Like I know like it exists. I just don't know anything about Malta. Okay. That's cool. You know what I might do? I might do this like two different kinds of wood. Like maybe I'll do a top layer out of cherry or something. I don't know. I wanted to do something with cherry, even if it's not like the greatest. Right? So here, let's... I would love to use some of the nether wood as well. Here, you know what? Let's switch all this oak to cherry. Let's see how that looks. But Germans are everywhere on that island. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. We also have the option to use stripped wood, too. I just never decide to do that for some reason. There we go. Unk. I don't know exactly what I'm building. I don't know if it's going to be an apartment building or potentially a turtle building. But do you have a mob switch or where are the mobs? I don't have a mob switch. Basically, I've lit up such a large area that mobs just can't spawn. We also have iron golems in case any do show up, so... I know you haven't been here for the full stream, but this entire village here, like even like this building, I know this looks like a normal blacksmith. All of these buildings were built by me. So like this was just like a field before. And then I just went through and torched it all up and made the paths and built all the buildings, built the target. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is all 100% built by me. We did move a few of the buildings over. So, for example, like this one here, we stole from another village just to get things started. The left side of this building we stole, and that one down there we stole, but everything else, like by stole, I mean like we just took it down and moved it over here. But yeah, no, this is all 100% built by me. I'm going to keep the floor spruce, I think. But let me see here. Do I have more of these logs? I should. Or not. Wow, it really went through all that cherry? Alright. We'll use this wood for the second floor, maybe. Like the floor of the second floor. But let me... Let's throw this down here. And dang, we're an hour and a half in. It doesn't feel like it. Like I started off doing only 2-hour streams because I thought that was like a decent amount of time. But now that I'm like getting more into it, it's like, yeah, no, like it's really not. All right, let's head over to the cherry blossoms again. And this will keep these chunks loaded a little bit too. So hopefully some trees pop up. Yeah, we got a couple. But yeah, no mob switch, just a bunch of torches. We're kind of surrounded by water, so like the only way mobs can really get to us is like drowns. And even then it's like not easy for them to do that. Yeah, I don't know. The world's kind of in a weird spot. See ya, Bacon Kink. Yeah, I think they're nervous and want to be seen on the right side of history this time, so they're not really sure what to do. But, you know, they're in a rough spot. Russia's huge and scary, right? There's a lot of little European countries over there that... Oh, I heard him. You jerk. Yeah, there's a lot of little countries over there that just quite frankly can't stand up to Russia's military, so I feel for them. I really do. Like, Canada's kind of lucky that we have the US right beside us, in a sense. But to be honest, I feel like the US would turn on us in an instant if we had something they wanted. So Canada's in like a uniquely weird spot with the US where we are allies, but their leader isn't making it easy right now. But if anybody wanted to get to the US, they'd kind of have to go through Canada to do it. And we're not exactly a warfaring country. We're usually pretty about peace. Okay, you need to chill. I'm really glad we have all that blast protection. Oh, there's a lot of mobs up here. Why don't we settle down? All the crits. Yeah, I don't know. Canada is weird. Like, we're all about peace and immigration and all that, but the only way we can really get away with that is because we're right next to the US, and if anything happened to us, the US would step in. Not to say that our military doesn't do hard work. Like, Canadians are vicious in war, but like, it's just sort of weird, the relationship we have with the US, where it's like, you know, they have the equipment, we have the warriors in a weird way. Not to say Americans don't fight hard. They absolutely do. Like, you know, it's the biggest military budget in the world. You know, I'm not going to say Americans don't compare to Canadians at all. They absolutely do. Like, we're allies, we're brothers, but I don't know. Yeah, Bill Wirt's History of the Entire World, Canada is not mentioned a single time. Yeah, I know. I always thought that was so bizarre. Like, Canada's history is, like, pretty interesting, honestly. Just like how we became a country and how we've developed our relationship with the US. Like, we're technically the only nation that's beat the US in a war, too, even though they don't like admitting it. I actually learned a little bit about that recently. Because there was, like, the World War One. Or not World War One, the War of 1812. Yeah, Vietnam, I don't know. Like, nobody really won Vietnam, let's be real. But, like, Canada burned down the White House, so not many countries can say that. I mean, I guess the US can say that. But, you know, the insurrection, but, ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, we're keeping that. Okay. Here, let me throw these down over here. Yeah, no, we, like, 200 years ago, like, stormed the US and, like, burnt down the White House. So, not many people can say that. Not that that would ever happen again, but... Let's see here. I don't know how we turned into a political stream. I did not intend it to. Alright, let's use cherry. We'll make some flooring. I have a cool idea. I think this will look good. If I do this, then it still leaves the strip along the top, but also gives us a floor. Yeah, the Vietnam War was, I don't know. I don't know as much about the Vietnam War, just because Canada's, like, school system doesn't really talk about it. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give an opinion about it if I don't know enough about it to give an opinion, you know? At least with Canadian history, I at least kind of know it. You know, we're going back like 20 plus years in school, but... Okay. I actually don't mind the look of this. I do want to give it another story, though. So, let's see. We'll grab some more of this cherry. And the good thing is I made it long enough so that we can actually kind of get away with putting a staircase in. Just kind of break some of this up. And do that. Let's see here. Here, can I just move all this? Oh, shoot. Dang. Come on. There. Let's toss all our stuff inside. That'll make things a little more organized. And I'll even do that. And toss this stuff in. There, my wallet's full, which is good. There we go. So yeah, let's see if we can make... I sort of want to make the second half a different color. It's past midnight. I need to sleep. See you next stream. Don't die, Stein. All right, I love Wembu. Thanks again for the new fan art, guys. If you haven't been to the Discord yet, check out the fan art section. I love Wembu's been putting in the work. Here, I'll drop the link of the Discord in the chat. But yeah, no, they've been putting in work doing the fan art. I'm really appreciative. It's really cool to see. Yeah, I'm some nobody. It's weird for me as someone's making fan art for me. Still kind of getting used to that. There, that'll work. And then I'm thinking cherry for up here. So here, do I... I'm all over the place when I'm building, I swear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no. Sure. So this needs to go at least 4. Don't mind my ankles. Look at that, we even got a villager wandering over here. I'll never understand their pathfinding. This actually probably needs more. So we'll get through here. There we go. Make sure I don't forget torches, because that would suck if things spawned up here and I didn't realize. Let's see how that looks. I think it needs like a pointed roof or something, right? Maybe some kind of balcony off the front. Can we like... Can I set a TikTok in chat? I don't know, actually. Like, I don't know if that's enabled or not. You can try. I don't know, maybe something like that. Let's see, we'll do... maybe not. We'll put a door... Yeah, I guess we kind of have to do it like that. Like something like this. And then do like a balcony off of it or something. There we go. I don't know, something like that. I want to give it a little bit more depth somehow. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of how this is looking, but I'm hoping we can make it a little bit better. Maybe move the stairs back by 1 or something. Professional building is tricky, a tricky thing sometimes. Not that I'm a professional, but here. How's that look? That's a little bit better. Maybe come out by one more. How's that look? It's getting there. We're definitely gonna have to move that lamppost. But we can do, I don't know. Here, I'm gonna go grab the beds, just so that villagers can start doing villager things. Not that I really want them here while I'm building, but there. And actually, that's the last of our spare beds. So all the beds that we brought for the village initially, they are now going to be in use. Can you watch the TikTok real quick? I can... Here, hang on one sec. And I'll do that. That's actually probably not going to work. We'll do this for now. And throw one here and here. That'll work. And I don't know, I'll throw this up. A couple torches. Couple torches just to kind of light it up. Okay. I don't hate it. But it definitely needs some, like, windows or something. Can you watch this TikTok real quick? Not that I should be opening random TikTok stuff, but... apparently I can't do that. So, sorry about that. I tried to open it, it didn't work for some reason. It, like, did something weird to my chat. But I don't think you're a hacker. I hope not. We could even do something like this. That'll look all right. So we got little tiny windows there. We could put like bigger ones on the side. I don't know. I'm just trying to give it some more depth so that it doesn't look so bad. Here. Maybe we throw ourselves in bed for a sec. And we could even do, I don't know. I can never remember the fence recipe. Like something like this. It's just a video on how pathfinding works for mobs in other villages. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Like, I sort of understand it, but it's not a huge deal if we're... There, do that. No, I have, like, a pretty basic understanding of, like, how stuff like that works, so... Like, I appreciate the effort, though. Like, it was definitely nice of you to help. We need more cherry, I guess. There we go. There, just so they can't jump off and fall to their death. We even have glass, too. which I might mess around with different colored glass with this, but there we go. I'll go for now. Have a nice stream. Maybe back later. All right, you can see a connection. Okay. So this is starting to look okay. Probably gonna have to grab a little bit more cherry and spruce. I do have spruce on me. So here, let's do this. Just because of how the blocks ended up, I kind of have to do it this way. And then do that. And there. Okay, I don't hate it. Like, it's definitely better than what it was looking like. There. Just a nice little 2-story apartment, I guess. And then I think we have sand on us, too, so I can go cook some of this in the glass at the cartographer. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I was a little unsure about this in the beginning, but it's looking a lot better now. Had us in the first half, or I guess didn't have us in the first half. But, yeah, no, it looks way better now. And then as for a roof, I might just copy how the Target did it with the slabs. I sort of want it to be a pointed roof, though, but we'll see. Sir, I am trying to cook glass here. Look at that, I didn't even have to. Go past Stein. Okay. We've been planning on doing the apartment building for a little while now, so I don't want to finally do it and have it look like crap. There we go. And we can pop up here. Maybe do a... And... something like this. We can open up the back window a little bit, get some light in here. Sort of like how we did the cartographer, I guess. There we go. And we can do some of this action. Okay, okay. We even have wool that we could use for a carpet. Oh, it's a whole different vibe, too. Like, you come down here, it's all dark, and then come up here, and it's all, like, pink. I like it. And come out here and kind of check it out. Yeah. Maybe I'll do some, like, trapdoor stuff later or something, but... And then, yeah, we'll do the turtle farming here. Okay. Yep, just need some little touches. I don't know how I want to do the roof, though. I'm sort of thinking like a pointed roof, but... that's kind of tricky. Because I'm thinking the pointed roof out of... oh. Hey, we have bees! Right, if you plant a tree right next to a flower, it has a chance to spawn a beehive. Alright, well, now we have bees in the village. I guess that means we need to build a beehive at some point. Maybe that can go over here eventually, where all these trees are. We'll do like a little flower pasture here. That'll look cool. We'll have a little bee farm on this side. But I think that looks okay. I might do some, you might need to change the wood on the bottom half. Maybe. I'm not sure how I feel about the spruce right now, but the rest of it's kind of looking okay. Like, I'm sort of thinking changing the spruce to cherry, but we'll see. And then maybe I'll do like a deep slate tile roof like I did with the buildings over here. I don't know. I'm either thinking a pointed deep slate tile roof or maybe a slanted roof. Oh, Rachel just said that in the chat. I'm sort of thinking pointed roof. I don't know. Let's leave it for now. It's got beds. You know, everybody's pretty protected. Just for now, I'll do this just to cover the roof, and then we can come back to it later. This is, I'm putting a lot more time and effort into this than I wanted to, but it looks presentable right now. Changing the spruce to any other type of wood that was used in the build would help. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking too. So let's just fill in the roof. We'll use spruce just because it's what I have, but there we go. We'll do this for now, just so that the villagers are safe. And then this is the silly song. There. And I'll throw a torch on this side. There we go. There. It's kind of a home. So yeah, eventually villagers will be able to take up this area. But for now, what I want to do is I kind of want to get started on the turtles behind the house. So here. Right? Like, the idea is I want to have... Here. This has got to move to here. And then there's going to be like a doorway here. We'll maybe throw a couple of these in. And then we'll make a staircase out the back. That'll go to that island where the turtles are. So here, let's... We're kind of taking our little beach here and we're modifying it a little bit for the turtles. And then what I'll do is I'll bring that other turtle over here, or I'll breed turtles somewhere else and I'll put the eggs here. And then that will allow them to spawn here, and this will be their home. Obviously, I still want them to be able to get to the water, so we're going to have to figure out a solution for that. But for now, let's fill this in with sand. Get rid of all this sandstone. There we go. There. And just kind of tidy that up. There, that looks a little bit better. Oh, might be. Okay. So, take some of these cherry stairs. And do that. I'll remove those eventually, but just so I can get the stairs installed. There we go. Looks pretty good. Oops. And I just realized we need to throw up torches down here for sure. There we go. So yeah, we'll do this, and then we can put up fences. Something like that. Change the birch to oak. Could try that. I wanted to use birch for the first time, right? We haven't really used birch in the village, so. But Bone Man. Thanks for checking out the stream. I don't know if I've seen your face before around here, so, or your name, I guess. Here, throw in some windows. Get a door. I'm thinking like cherry door. There we go. Bam. Nice little back door. And I'm still kind of low on cherry, but it's a little off because you skipped a shade of wood. Yeah, it's not really like a gradient. Yeah, like oak might look better there. I don't know. Let's leave it for now. I'll give it some thought. But I think we're pretty good for now. And then, yeah, we'll probably start a bee farm over here. I think is the way to go. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate this, right? Like coming in, you got that building on the right. And then we'll probably have like one smaller building here, hive farm over there. And then we'll probably put the horse pasture over on that side over there where all the trees and stuff are. Put it closer to the trial chamber. And then in terms of where we're going to put the camels, I'm sort of toying around the idea of making something over here. Here, let me torch this so they don't keep spawning. There we go. One sec, dude. I'm torching up my area. Okay. I think this is pretty good. I really did want to update the maps, but maybe I can just run through and do that. I think I'll leave that for another day. Alright guys, I sort of intended today to be a longer stream, but I think I'm gonna call it there. I don't know why, but I'm not feeling super great right now, so I think I'm gonna call the stream there. Just do a nice little 2-hour one, and then maybe tomorrow we'll make up for it and do like a super long one. But I'm gonna go lay down for a bit. If I'm feeling better, I'll stream later, but I think for now I'm just gonna hang out. And oh, these guys moved in. That's great. But yeah, thanks for checking out the stream. Sorry to end it kind of abruptly. Yeah, just I don't know, I got a weird headache all of a sudden. I think my headphones are kind of messing with me a little bit. But if you enjoyed the stream, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Everyone on Twitch, thank you for the new follows and the new views on Twitch. We're getting really close to the goal of having 25 followers, so you know, I really appreciate anybody who followed today or anybody who's checked out the stream. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, either later today or probably again tomorrow, same time. 8 o'clock EST seems to be my my schedule that I've unofficially made. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.